I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. 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 I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. 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 When I'm happy, mom. Mungu kwanza tupiganie. Tuponya alitubeba, akatulea, akatufundisha. Zile dhambi za mwanamke hawezi, hapana. Siwezi hakuna. Tunashiriki vyema, wanitujenzi na tena tunajituma.
Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us. Today is another day, and today is a special day for our women. We are going to be discussing women in politics in Liberia and around the world.
I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. Superwoman. Ujasiri silaha yetu. Kujituma ndo sana. Umoja ndo nguvu yetu. Na kushikamana. Jitokeze kugombea nafasi mbalimbali. Pingamizi hakuna, inahitaji utayari. Wewe unaweza mimi, nimeweza. Kwani wewe ushindwe na nini, na mimi niweze na nini? Mwanamke ngangari.
Discussing women in politics in Liberia is very important. Women participation, women leadership. So it's not going to be fun today. Just go ahead and share the show, folks.
Wanawake uvuvi, ualimu, urubani unahodha, mkikuongoza, udaktari mama, uaskari mama. I'm a superwoman. I'm a Yes, I'm so exciting. Hustle for my own to keep my fighting. You know I can be queen and also be king. Superwoman, give me that championship ring. Changa 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 kamtaji kangu chakanga. Biashara ya gani kanipatia kiwanja. Sasa na shishifu, kifupi like Victor. Nanda unaizi kibanda. Aya, kina dada wote. Silale, 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 silale. Amkeni muda sasa. Mama Dangote, Mama Rakatale, Mama Nyerere, Tulia Ackson, Mama Jenga, Mama Magufuli.
Today we are going to be discussing women in politics. It's not going to be limited to only Liberia, but around the world. But with emphasis on Liberia, we're going to be discussing Liberia for the most part. We're going to be talking about women participation in Liberian politics. We'll also talk about women leadership and also the power of women in politics. Are they really using it properly? Are they using it to their advantage? You know, it's not going to be easy today. Share the show.
I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. 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 When I'm happy, mama. Mlima kwanza tupiganie, tuone alitubeba, akatulea, akatulisha. Zile dhambi za mwanamke hawezi, hapana, siwezi hakuna. Tunashiriki vyema wantujenzi na tena tunajituma. Hey. Hata kulia tunaweza, hakushoto tunaweza, fanya mambo tunaweza, jipunguza tunaweza, udaktari baba, hospitali dada, tunaweza, no problem. I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. Superwoman. Ujasiri silaha yetu, kujituma ndo sana, umoja ndo nguvu yetu, na kushikamana. Jitokeze kugombea nafasi mbalimbali, pingamizi hakuna, inahitaji utayari. Wewe unaweza, mimi nimeweza, kwani wewe ushindwe na nini na mimi niweze na nini?
Mwanamke ngangari, mwanamke hodari, anayejiamini baba alete chumvi, yeye alete sukari. Mwanamke sio tu vipodozi na vipicha vya kichokozi. Siku hizi mwanaume anapenda mwanamke ajitume na chape kazi. Vikundi vya kusaidiana, vikoba vyetu ushindi, tunakopeshana. Kubwa kwenye uongozi, tumepata mtete, Mama Samia oye.
Wanawake changa kamtaji kangu cha kanga, biashara ya gari kaipatia kiwanja, sasa na shishi food kikupila kitu na ndamezi kibanda. Aya, kina dada wote msilale, 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 msilale. Amkeni muda sasa. Mama Dangote, Mama Ratatouille, Mama Nyerere, Tulia Ackson, Mama Jenga, Magufuli.
So, folks, once again, we want to say welcome to SK TV, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kene. For those of you who haven't shared the show yet, please go ahead and do so, because this show is about to start in a few minutes. Go ahead and share the show, please. Today, if you're a woman and you know what's going on with the women in Liberia, let us know, because we had about 5 women running for the Senate position this current election in Liberia, and for the most part from the opposition bloc. We don't know how many of them won, maybe only one. But looking at the power of women in politics, isn't it interesting to see why women participation is so low in Liberian politics? The show gonna start in a few minutes. Let's share the show. All right.
Tunashiriki vyema wantu tena tunajituma, hata kulima kushona fanya mahoja kujipunguza udakitari baba asikari dada tunawaza I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. Ujasiri silaha yetu, kujituma ndo sana. Umoja ndo nguvu yetu na kushikamana. Jitokeze kugombea nafasi mbalimbali, pingamizi hakuna, inahitaji utayari. Wewe unaweza, mimi nimeweza, kwani wewe ushindwe na nini na mimi niweze na nini? Mwanamke ngangari, mwanamke hodari, anayejiamini baba alete chumvi, yeye alete sukari. Mwanamke sio tu vipodozi na vipicha vya kichokozi. Siku hizi mwanaume anapenda mwanamke ajitume na chape kazi. Vikundi vya kusaidiana, vikoba vyetu ushindi tunakopeshana. Kubwa kwenye uongozi tumepata mtete, Mama Samia oye. Wanawake uvuvi, ualimu, urubani, unahodha, mkikuongoza, udaktari mama, uaskari mama. I'm a so exciting. Hustle for my own, you can't by fighting. You know I can be queen and also be king. Superwoman, give me that championship ring. Changa changa changa, kamtaji kangu chakanga. Biashara ya gari kanipatia kiwanja. Sasa nashishi food, kifupi like the dawn. Na ndomba hizi kibanda. Aya, kina dada wote msilale, 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 msilale. Amkeni muda sasa. Mama Dangote, Mama Ratatouille, Mama Nyerere, Tulia Ackson, Mama Jenga, Magufuli.
So folks, I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us. Today is another day, and I want to recognize all of you. My sister Comfort, I want to say thank you for joining us. I don't normally call people's name, but that's one of the sisters that I really, really love. Sister Comfort, thank you very much for joining us. It's Oma, and but she's very knowledgeable in the Liberian politics. So go ahead and share the show for 2 more minutes, or maybe 1 minute. We'll start. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. Superwoman. Superwoman.
akatubeba, akatulea, akatufundisha. Zile zambi za mwanamke hawezi, hapana, siwezi hakuna. Tunashiriki vyema wanchi ujenzi na tena tunajituma. Hey, hata kulima tunaweza, kushona tunaweza, kufanya mahono tunaweza, kujifunza tunaweza, udaktari baba, hospitali dada, tunaweza. I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman. Superwoman. Ujasiri silaha yetu, kujituma ndo sana. Umoja ndo nguvu yetu, na kushikamana. Jitokeze kugombea nafasi mbalimbali. Pingamizi hakuna, inahitaji utayari. Wewe unaweza, mimi nimeweza. Kwani wewe ushindwe na nini na mimi niweze na nini? Mwanamke ngangari, mwanamke hodari, anayejiamini baba alete chumvi, yeye alete sukari. Mwanamke sio tu vipodozi na vipicha vya kichokozi. Siku hizi mwanaume anapenda mwanamke ajitume na chape kazi.
All right, folks. We want to say thank you to all of you for joining us once again. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona, as always. We'll be here for maybe 1.5 hours, for the most part, maybe 2 hours maximum. But we are here to discuss women in politics, specifically Liberian women. And today, my brother Steve Bully is not here. Well, hopefully he will be here tomorrow. But once again, we will not be here without you. But we want to discuss women in politics. You know, not every day we talk about the government or what they are doing wrong or what they are doing right. Sometimes we have to look around and talk about things that are affecting us as people, and whether or not everybody is playing their part in the rebuilding process of our country. So, come to talk about women in Liberia. I hope today our mothers, sisters, wives, and other women around the world who are watching us will take advantage of this opportunity to come and speak on their own behalf. Firstly, let's look at women in politics in Liberia. Since 1847, Liberia got her independence. Over 173 or 72 years now. 73. Up to now, we only had one woman president and the first woman vice president, if my recollection is right. Then, in the legislature, where you have 100+ people representing the people of Liberia, representing close to 5 million people, you only have about 9 people. I think about 8 in the House of Representatives and then 1 in the Senate, unfortunately. But then you go to look back, you ask yourself, what is the problem? Who is the problem? You look at the percentage of women in Liberia versus men. And then you look at women participation, the voting record. How many women, how many are then voting? And in every election, women participation in Liberia pretty much can be very high. But why is it that women in Liberia are not making so much progress when it comes to leadership. Some will say, well, women were not vying for position, they were not running for positions in Liberia like that, like other countries. But for the past few elections, women been running. But why is it that Liberian women are not really supporting themselves? Because I can say supporting each other, but supporting themselves. Look at it. In a country where you have close to 5 million, you only have 8 women among 100 plus people. And now the women are not running. So what is going on? That's the question you must ask yourself as a woman. You must ask yourself that question. Are you being supportive of each other at all? As a matter of fact, most of the people that go against other women in power are women. Most of the people that try to bring women down, or that will try to stop the progress of other women, are women also. So what is the problem? Where is that coming from? Is it because of jealousy? Is it because of envy? Is it because of ignorance? I'm sorry to say that, but what is the problem? Why is it that they are not supporting themselves? You know, since we are discussing Liberia, but this is not unique to Una Liberia, trust me. Women around the world. Let's take Hillary Clinton, as an example. Hillary Clinton was the first woman to really reach certain stage in the American politics when she ran against Barack Obama. But Obama defeated her. And in the election against Donald Trump, the current president of the United States, women did not vote for her like they're supposed to, otherwise she would have won the election. The election between Donald Trump and the president-elect Joe Biden, you could find out that more women voted for Joe Biden than they did for Hillary Clinton. Why? Similarly in Liberia, or even overwhelmingly in Liberia, the support of men, the power of men in Liberia is very overwhelming. And the power that we have in Liberia as men, in terms of politics, is being given to the men by women. Look at the support system. Even the diaspora support that we are talking about here. Women that support politicians in Liberia from here in the United States, I can say they're more than men when it comes to real support, when it comes to financial support, when it comes to standing up for politicians. Women are the ones that are being the vanguard of doing everything for Liberian women, for Liberian men. But why is it that they are not doing it for themselves? What is the problem? Yeah, somebody just said that Hillary Clinton won popular vote. That's true. But look at the percentage of women that voted for Hillary Clinton and that of what's his name? Joe Biden. Big difference. The difference is very, very big. So going back to Liberia, the last time we criticized the CDC government, the CDC party, for not putting many women as candidates. We said that 15 candidates that he had, there was zero woman in it, not even one person. But then CPP that had about 5 or 6 women running, how many of them won? Why women in Liberia are not supporting each other? The case of Yombly could be different, according to her yesterday when I listened to her on one of the platforms, or the day before yesterday. She said that, I think it was yesterday, I'm not too sure. But she said that it was women of Grand Bassa County that came together and told her that they would take over her campaign. Did she get similar support from women in the diaspora? I don't know. Look at the support for Senator Doris Dillon. I want to use Dillon as an example. From women here in America. Financial support, moral support. How many of them, how many of you women are there ready to say, let's support one of our own, or let's support ourselves? Because, you know, I give kudos to ladies who are advocating for women empowerment, ladies that are advocating for rape and against rape, women that are advocating for their children to be able to go to school. I give kudos to them. But even take it as an example, women that embark on those process, on those projects, how many of you even supporting them? I've seen many occasions where a woman will organize sorts of beautiful projects, but cannot be supported by of fellow women. So what is really going on? Because I've seen women talking about how children being raped in Liberia. I heard them talking about how they are being abused. Just for a few names, like for example, you know, I don't want to call names, because when I call names, maybe some people know when I call, I'll be in trouble with them. But yes, I've seen a lot of women advocating for women's rights, advocating to fight against rape and domestic violence. But yet, sometimes some of them will do show. They will do a show to talk about women empowerment, or to talk about rape against women, or to talk about domestic violence against women. Sometimes you will see only 10 people watching them, maybe 15 people, 20 people. And I bet you most of the people that are even watching them are men, unfortunately. So why is it that women are not supporting themselves? Because I can't say each other, but because supporting one woman, you're supporting yourself. It is unfortunate that such is the situation in Liberia. How many of the women that ran, you will see most of them. I'm not trying to say not support me, Sekou, but you'll see most of them happy and willing to put their integrity and reputation on the line to defend men, any man for that matter. But yet, they will go to bring down elder women or other young females who are making headway in politics. The last time on this platform, somebody said, Oh, Sekou, we don't want any woman president again. We just have one. When we have had all men, about 23 of them, and we remain the same. They are the ones, in fact, that destroy the country. But I did not see any outreach by many women to say, well, why would you say that? Oh, because we have one woman president, so we can't have another one? I didn't see that. Is it because Liberian women are not, I mean, they don't care about each other, or they don't care about themselves? Or they just mere envy or jealousy because they don't want to see their fellow woman going up there and do certain thing? I don't know. I don't understand. Otherwise, if you look at Liberia and you look at the number of women that have run for position in Liberia and look at the impact, how many of them won? How many of the women? I mean, look, even this Gone Senate election, that should have been a wake-up call. Where you have limited, very, very limited number of women serving, but yet you could not even afford to support those women. One would, if somebody argue to say, well, Sekou, we want to support people who are honest, who are qualified, who are not corrupt. Are there now women who are of those values? Are there now women who with great integrity? Are there now women who are very much intelligent, educated, smart? Assuming that you don't like, what name I should use here? Let me use one of my sisters here, so other people can be attacked. Let's say you don't like Ellen, my sister Ellen. Let's say you don't like Ellen to be senator or president or representative. What about other women that you know who you think are qualified? So when women will come together, when you guys we're going to come together in Liberia to say, hey, yeah, how many of you will say, you know what, let's come together. Let's make sure we see a woman president, not just about any woman, but a woman that can win. Let's put our support behind that woman so we can be represented. Who are going to be talking for you if you cannot support yourself? Who are going to be talking for you fighting women issues, legislation in the House of Representatives and the Senate? If you, okay, let's say Yombly is the only woman right now in the Senate. If you have 10 women, imagine we have 30 senators, 30, because we have 15 counties in Liberia, and 2 counties from each. I mean, 2 senators from each county. That is like let's say you have just 10 women. 10. You can pressure them to introduce bill against domestic violence. Bill that will promote women empowerment. A bill that will stop violence against women, that will stop rape, or even legislate a law that can put more punishment on men who are involved in rape and domestic violence. But if you are not there to represent yourself, you expect men to do all those things against themselves, they're not going to do it. They will pretend to like you, but there are certain things men will not do. Especially wicked men who are involved in all these wicked things. Men that are involved in domestic violence. They're not going to introduce any bill that will go against them, that will put them in jail. They're not going to do that for you, because you're not ready to do it for yourself. Simple as that. As a matter of fact, even a woman Somebody say I should call him. I should call him. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's say, my sister, uh, 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 our name. We start a show. We start a project to say, hey, let's do this. Let's fight for women empowerment in Liberia. Let's fight against domestic violence. Let's fight against rape. But other women will go there to undermine her. They will even start talking behind each other to bring that person down, who she thinks she is. She doesn't represent me. She can't talk for me. But then you will go out of your way to be giving money to men. As a matter of fact, some of them, they in something to call some kind of little susu they in. Some of the men that don't work, every 2 weeks, they're sending money that cut from their pay, going to support men in politics. That will not change anything on their behalf. Somebody said I should call him, but I'm gonna stay hesitant to call him because I got a lot of sisters who are advocates. I got a lot of friends who are advocates, but I'm not seeing the level of support that I expect from the women. If Teco having a show, if Tevina Co having a show talking about women empowerment, if you have 15 people watching, maybe 10 of them will be men. Because most men will go there because she's beautiful. They want to see how beautiful she is. Some will come to support, don't get me wrong. But some guys will come because she's beautiful. They just want to see her beautiful smile. But where are the women? I'm calling Tevina Courtney because I know I will not be in trouble. She's a friend, so she's not going to say, Sekou, why are you calling my name for? Why are you using me as an example? Anybody see me calling their name, I know they can't get in trouble for calling their name. I just call my sister Ellen name, right? But it is very, very, very disheartening. You see? So it is very, very disturbing to see women going out of their way to support men, but they can't support themselves. That's very bad. I've seen it. Trust me. I've seen a show where one of my sisters was having a show one day. One of the sisters that is an advocate. She was doing a show one day. I was there watching. Most of the guys that were there, the guys that were writing right under the post, under the video, some of those guys, they never wrote anything regarding the issue she was discussing. I go when they say, you look good, you're so beautiful, you look good, you're beautiful, you this, you that. That's what some of them went there for. But the actual issue she was discussing, the presentation was very good, but the focus was on what? On her face, on the lipstick, on the look. Because that's what most men are. That's what they would. Some of us will go to the show. We just looking at how beautiful is the woman. They don't even care about what that woman is talking about. The lady was talking something very, very important. And for women, why could you hear you beautiful? Oh, my sister, you too cute. You look good. Nice smile. How is that important to the discussion? But what I'm trying to say is that if you are a woman You see other women making progress. You support them. You support them, give them your all. The same support is not wrong to support. It is not wrong to support us, the men. We the men, we need all your support, because without women we are nothing. But why don't you look in the mirror and do something for yourself? Supporting another woman, you are supporting yourself. Especially in politics, because you want representation. You want somebody to be talking for you. You know, one of the sisters here called George P, right? I don't know. I don't want to call her full name, but they call her George P. One time, you know, she took a long time. She never did a show. So one time she did a show. I went there to watch in less than 10 minutes. Because she also got her hair on that day. I remember. She was bluffing with her hair. All the guys, almost 300 people. You look good. You're beautiful. So everything else she was talking about, nobody cared about that. I've seen the same thing with Yacindy. Sometimes when Yacindy dressed up nicely, she will go on the camera while she on the show. She will be putting lipstick on her mouth, and some guys will go there purposely to go look at her beautiful face. Yacindy is so beautiful, forgetting about everything that she's talking about. So if women were the one going there, they will focus, they will contribute. They will talk about exactly what she's talking about. You know, one time, Best Gallo, right? One of the ladies who can be on the show. You know, she always dress and pull her upper part that can be showing some kind of way. So I was watching it one time. So I was watching everything she was talking about. Nobody was talking about anything else. They were talking about her, just her, the way she's looking. Only women will be there to talk about the real issue. So sometimes I can be watching some of these videos with my real name. You will see me. Sometimes I can be using some of them with pseudonyms, because I don't want to, I don't want to be seeing, in some of those areas, but I want to see exactly what is going on. I want to observe. I want to take note. But if I'm there to support, I can come with my real name and tell you, good job. Especially when people who are advocating. I'm not talking about the one that can come to show how beautiful they are. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about real advocates. I sometimes go there with my real name. Say, "Good, can I write?" And I say, "Good job." I say, "Thank you." But what about you, the women? What are you doing to support each other? So, should we look for another woman president in the next election? Or should the women galvanize themselves in good number to go and take over the House of Representatives by putting a lot of women up there? 2023. Most of you women are fighting for Alexander Cummings, for Joseph Boakai, for Benina Ure. How many of the women how many of them you have heard them talking about, oh, no, it's about time for women to take the leadership. Let Yomli be the president. No. They will never talk about that, because some of them are jealous of Yomli, for Yomli being a woman of substance. Some of them are jealous because they are not there. And some of our major critics are women. How many of you women are ready to say yes. The next election, we're going to make sure we put all women in power. Just look at the Democratic Party. In the midterm election in 2018, they sent out the highest number of women in Congress in history because women stood up. How many of you think thinking about running for representative position when you are completely outnumbered by the men? You don't have representation. How? I mean, 73 men, only 8 women. What do you expect them to do? What power do they have? They will talk, they will advocate, but they don't have the vote. They don't have the number. But imagine if you have all those beautiful, all these beautiful ladies. Yeah, my sister, Mama G, Annie, Deborah says she's gonna run. If she run, I will support her. If she runs, I will support her. I want women to run for power in Liberia. Women to run for position. Because you know why? Women, they got good heart. They will care about the kids, the children who are not going to school. They will take action when a female is raped, especially when they have the number. But how many of you will even support her when she says she will run? Imagine all those beautiful women that be doing talk show. The Yacendi, the Tevik, the Teko, our Mesga, all those beautiful women. Imagine you are in the House of Representatives. What do you want for the women? For women will not pass. Everything will pass. Because those guys will be looking at you. Anything you say, they agree. But you are not represented. You are very, 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 very underrepresented. Most of you, when you in that Senate, anything you say, that what they will do. Not only that you are smart, not only that you are intelligent and educated, but you are beautiful as well. And guys, most guys go crazy when they see beautiful women. And why it would look like? What it would look like if all those educated, smart women are in the Senate or in the House of Representatives. And speaking about women issue, you say, hey, we're going to put a bill on the floor against domestic violence. Say, let's put a bill on this floor against rape. All those guys, even if they don't want to do it, but with your president, they will do it. But you're not even supporting yourself. All those women that are talk show hosts, or that are advocates, most of the haters of them are women. They don't like to support each other. I don't know why. All the support you can give to we the men, do some of that for yourself as well. We appreciate the support, we appreciate the help, everything. Somebody say we have the worst rape cases under women leadership. How many women are we talking about here? How many women are we talking about here? I'm talking about women being represented in the legislature. Let's even a woman being a president. What will one woman do as president when you have more than 100 men as supervisors? Legislature is the supervisory arm of the government. It is the first branch of government. If you are underrepresented where law laws are made, what is your input? If you're not on the table, if you're not sitting on the table to discuss the country, if you're not sitting on the table to discuss the laws, the Constitution, if you're not sitting on the table to hold leaders accountable, government, for example, if school fees are going up very, very high in Liberia, women that are struggling to send their children to school, you know what good it would do for them if they are fully represented in the Senate, to call the education minister to come and talk. So let's say, for example, you had 10 women in the Liberian Senate. When Delon and other people called the education minister the last time, and those women were there to push the women agenda, to fight for themselves, you know how it was going to look like? It was going to look so beautiful and powerful. But first of all, you must disabuse yourself with the high level of jealousy and envy among yourselves. It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. So I'm going to open the line. You can call in to participate. Tell us what is going on with women in politics in Liberia. Why are they not supporting each other, or why are they not supporting themselves? I want to know. Maybe other people want to know. How will you have a country with close to 5 million people? Don't tell me women are not educated. Don't tell me women are not smart. Don't tell me women are not credible. Don't tell me they are not strong. Nowadays, we have more strong women than men. Nowadays, a lot of men are lazy. They don't even work. They depend on women to take care of them. Before, it used to be the other side. Men were the one used to be responsible for women, but nowadays, women are the one responsible for most men. But yet, they are not ready to do for themselves. Don't get me wrong. There are some women there that are very forceful, that will do anything to support a woman. But how many of them? What is the number? And how much can one person do? So I'm going to put a number out there. If you don't have the number already, I will put a number out there. You can call in and participate. But it's very, very important. You know, the music I just played today, I think it's from I think it's from Tanzania. I'm not sure, but it's from East Africa. The music is called Superwoman. Those ladies that they call in their names are women of substance, people that have impacted lives, that have impacted not only women issues but human issues. Those were the women that you just saw. That's why I play that music. They call them Superwoman. To our credit as Liberians, we had the first female president in Africa. But that's just one person. Not because you think she screwed up somehow, that means all the women are bad. No. Not because you think she made some mistakes, that means other women will not do better. Trust me. In the coming elections, whether it's the presidency, whether it's for senator or House of Representatives, I will support most of the women, especially the ones that I believe that they are qualified and competent to do the job, versus men. Let's say, for example, in the coming elections in Liberia, specifically for the House of Representatives and the Senate, if I have a woman and a man with equal qualification and competence, trust me, I will support a woman. My reason is very simple, because women are underrepresented in Liberia. Some of all the men now have to really help our women. We need to help them help themselves. Honestly. So, whether women in the United States or elsewhere in the diaspora, or women in Liberia, I know very well there is no shortage of women, or educated women, intelligent women, strong and smart women in Liberia. There's no shortage of that. I know that. But their problem is themselves, from all indication. Because I know if women put their support behind any woman in Liberia for whatever position, they will win it. I know that. But you have a power, but you don't even understand you don't even know the level of power you have. Or maybe you know it, but you're not utilizing it to your advantage. You know, you have the power to change Liberia. I mean, you cannot make someone else shame. Because we criticize the Liberian government, we criticize the CDC party for not supporting or for not putting any single woman on their list for candidate for to run for Senate. But then the ones that ran, you did not support them. Maybe that's why CDC say, you know what, there's no need to really put a woman or on the ballot, even though majority of the men that they put there, they lost. But what about the women that ran on the CPP ticket? You did not give them support. I mean, you did not give them the needed support. The support you give to men in this election, if you do that for any woman in Liberia, they will win. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. But you can be proud. You can go on each other's throat. You want to disgrace each other for men. I'm talking about politics. I'm not talking about social. I've seen women attacking each other because of men business. When they support one man and the other person support another man, they will go at each other. They will insult each other. They will disgrace each other. They will say things they're not supposed to be said in public, but they will say that simply because they want to satisfy one guy or some guys. The effort you make on a daily basis to support guys in politics, and if you are really serious, if you are really patriotic and love your country, that level of support you give to men, if you give that to women or to a woman, any woman for that matter, that woman will win. This is a challenge to all the women in Liberia. all Liberian women. Come 2023, I want to challenge you to take over the House of Representatives and the Senate. If you look at the ratio in Liberia, the percentage of men in Liberia and that of women is almost 50-50. But I believe women are even more than men. But why is it that you're not doing something for yourself? Even the last time, for example, my brother Steve Bole, Tevina Cole, and other young ladies, they took on some kind of initiative. I believe it's still alive. It started very good when we had the first show on this platform. The level of support, the level of enthusiasm that we saw. But then, a few weeks later, things started falling apart. What happened? And then, the critics of that project that was specifically based on women empowerment and fighting against domestic violence, that was undermined by the same women. I'm just using her name just for you, for people to know some of the things that we're talking about. One time, some part of last year, a female told me that we are about to launch an attack on your sister. I said, who? They said, Yacindy. I said, why? She said, because she said something about this person. I don't want to call name. I said, who? She said, this person. I said, why? So you want to fight a woman for men for disagreeing in politics? You want to disgrace a woman, your fellow woman, for a man because they don't agree? I said, shame on you. And I said, shame on all of you who are planning to do that to her. I said, I haven't told yesterday what I'm telling you right now. But somebody called me and told me that we're about to launch an attack on your sister. I said, for what? Because she disagreed. She said something about this person. So you're going to attack her for that? And I said to this person, I said, shame on all of you for doing that. And let me tell you this. I said, I dare you guys to do that, I personally will go against all of you and will call all of your name one by one to tell the world how disgraceful some of you are. How will you go against somebody who did nothing to you, but simply because they disagree with somebody that you like? I said, that's crazy. You can't do that. And that's how women be going against each other in the Liberian community. For example, the last time, Dr. Richardson and other women, they said they're going to have all Liberian women conference. Do you know the number of women we have in America? How many of them went there? How many of you went there? How many of you supported the process? I'm just saying some of those things just to tell you, exactly how you are being defeating yourself. My sister Annie just said just now that she want to run for a position in Liberia. I always joke her and tell her she'll be the next city mayor in Monrovia. I always say that to her because I believe she's very passionate. She has a passion for the job. She also has the understanding of the job. But I bet you if she run tomorrow, people that will go against her will be women. So they will prefer Jefferson Koji who is inept, incompetent, lack of vision. They would prefer Jefferson Koji being upsetting mayor than to support any. That's what you guys do, which is really bad. You need to support each other. Petty jealousy can't cut it. It doesn't make sense. The pettiness is too much. It's too much. You know, what I'm doing right now, most men will not do it because I don't want to hurt somebody. But I'm just saying the truth. And know what I'm saying right now is in your interest. So the thing is, you can disagree with each other. There's nothing wrong with that. You can disagree with the ones that are not doing good. But why don't you support the ones that are doing better? We can always disagree on issues. You can always disagree on the issues, which is okay. But how many of you are there supporting each other? To say, okay, you know what? We disagree on everything. For example, you know, I always use my sister name. Let me use Nora Hawks. Let's say, yeah, you don't like Nora. You don't like what she stands for. You don't like the fact that she is a sedition, or maybe she's a CDCPP or Unity Party. You don't like her. But yet, she's undertaking a project to promote women issues or to fight against domestic violence or to fight against rape in the country. You don't like her. But whatever she's undertaking, you like that. Can you network? Can you work with her? Can you help? It's not that you and her engage in any fight. It's not that you and her had any personal issue, but the only reason because you don't like the way she talk, maybe you don't like the way she look, maybe you don't like the way she's beautiful because you're not beautiful like her, but you don't like her on those things. But what about things that you agree on? Why don't you support her on that? For example, I personally don't like the behavior of some of the guys in advocacy. I don't like some of them in their behavior, the way they talk, their attitude, the rudeness. But when it came to Liberia, to Liberia first, I don't care about them, about their behavior. We will unite on the common good of our country. Why are you guys not doing that? For example, I've told many of my friends that my support for a lot of people in Liberia is not predicated on personal connection. Some of them I've not met them in person. But for the common good of my country. And some of the people that I have shown some resentment in their behavior, for some of the people that have shown some disagreement with them fundamentally, I've not met some of them, but I despise some of their behavior because I know it is at the detriment of my country. So I will not support you on that, regardless. So for me, I believe women in Liberia, you are very powerful, you are very strong, educated, some of you very, very intelligent. You will disagree on a lot of things, but support each other on good things. Okay, let's agree, you agree or disagree on each other. Let's say you are in CDC. You are in CDC. The other one is in ANC, Unity Party, ALP. But yet, if this is going to be about women representation, if you want a woman to be there to represent you, support that person. And if that person know that you are supporting them, you are empowering them, definitely when you go over there, they will listen to you. If they don't listen to you, you can also hold them accountable. Because if I support you 100%, give you my moral support, talk to people to vote for you, and you go in there, you don't listen, you start to do your own thing, you're not doing things in the interest of the people, I will go after you. I don't care how you're going to feel. But if you're not making effort to help somebody to get in there, look at Taylor Ure, for example. Taylor Ure is one of those rising young lady in the Liberian politics. You may not agree with everything she's doing. You may not like her father. You may not like some of her companions. But how is that important compared to what you have in common when it comes to women empowerment, when it comes to women representation? That's how you should look at things from a broader perspective. Forget about the pettiness, little things, put those behind you. Focus on women issues. If a woman is competent, she can do the job and qualified and smart, and she can do the job. While she's in a, let's say UP, and you are in ANC, support her. A woman is a woman. What you should care about is substance, the delivery, the performance. That should be the concern. But politics should not divide you because you have everything in common. Well, I've seen this, trust me. I've seen my wife getting jealous for other people. For example, if a man caught in cheating or something wrong, or a man went and did something wrong to his wife, I've seen a lot of women uniting and go against that man, including my wife. She does that all the time. There was a documentary my wife was watching the other day. This guy had a wife that they suffered together, did everything together. But then when the man became successful, and the guy started cheating, and he and another woman, started going out. And then what happened? The first wife left. The wife left. Then he married the other lady. But then that other lady cannot get along. She couldn't get along with the family. So what happened? The guy decided to reunite with the wife, the real wife that they started together. So the other wife that were dead, that got into the people married, my wife was so angry at that one for the one that was there first. So she was supporting the woman that was there that suffered along with the man for him to be rich. And she was bitterly against the other lady. I said, but you don't even know these people. Why you don't know these people? Why you just, so engaged with their stuff like that? She said, but all women are the same. Women issues are the same. What affects one woman affects all women. You have to look at it like that. For you to even not even be able to support each other on social media. Social media. This social media is nothing. It's powerful, but it's nothing when it comes to our livelihood. I want to come here for 2 hours. Whatever I do on this social media is nothing in my life. Trust me. And my life don't depend on it. But if we can't even get along for the 2 hours or 30 minutes or maybe 3 hours you're going to spend on social media, if you can't even get along on that, what about substantive issues? How are you going to unite? For example, if you decide to run for president, I'm supporting you because what you show me that you will do. But I'm not going to be two persons not going to be president at the same time. But I'm giving you the support because I believe we have something in common. That is the betterment of Liberia. Somebody says, Sekou, why are you supporting Dillon? The first time we supported him, but he went against the diaspora Liberian by supporting a bill that was completely discriminatory to diaspora Liberians. But why are you supporting him? And my responses has been, we can agree on everything, but we have our common destiny. We have our common purpose, which is to see Liberia moving forward. So if me and Dillon disagree on one thing, does that mean we should disagree on everything? Or maybe if I call Dillon today, he doesn't answer his phone, or call him tomorrow, he doesn't answer his phone. Does that mean I should let go my aspiration to see a better Liberia simply because Dillon is not responding to my phone call and if I know he's doing well or he's going to do well? No, I won't. It may decrease our personal relationship. It may decrease our interpersonal relationship wherein we talk on the phone behind the scene, talk about non-political issue or different issue. That may decrease because that's not area of interest. But the ones we agree on, I will support him on those things. Like I said, my interest is Liberia. For example, if George Weah changes today and do the right thing, if George Weah changes today and stop the corruption and start to institute good governance, fire the wrong people and appoint the good people, and Liberians in Liberia and the diaspora start to feel the progress. Investigate all those murderers. Stop the corruption. Fire Samuel Toe and all those other people. And Weah himself change to do the right thing, to be the president that Liberian people deserve. And I'm saying no alternative, a perfect alternative on the other side. I will support him. I don't care about how you're going to feel about me, because my loyalty is not to you. It's not to any political party, but to Liberia. But I am very pessimistic that George Weah will change. I am very, very pessimistic that George Weah will do the right thing, because he's not ready for that. And the people around him are not ready for that. So the chances of me supporting George Weah is very, very slim, nearly to 0%. Because he's not going to change. There's no sign of that. He's even proud of those people who are destroying the country. So those fundamental disagreements are genuine. But to hit somebody or disagree with somebody because you just don't like them, when they're not your family. The only thing you have in common is the country. Those pettiness, let it go. Support your fellow women. Support each other. You know, I decided today to talk women issue because it's very important. Because I know if women get together, there's nothing you can do. Trust me. There'll be nothing you cannot do. Even if Liberian women got together today and support each other 100% and say next election we want a woman president, forget Yombly, because maybe we'll see, because somebody will think, okay, why this guy is talking about women president and we don't have one woman in the CPP. Forget about Yombly for just for a second. Liberian women got together today and said we want a woman president in Liberia in 2023. Bring a woman from nowhere. If that woman is competent, if that woman is qualified, honest, with integrity, that woman will win. Because you know what? You will get the women's support, and all the men, especially with the men then that like the beautiful women, because I don't want to take myself out, because I've seen a lot of guys who really focus on that. They will follow because they are seeing substance, they are seeing seriousness, they are seeing greatness in you. You will win and you will lead our country. You will decide the destiny of Liberia. But you are not even helping yourself. You got power, but you can't use it. You don't even know how to use it. You don't even know the level of power and the strength you have. Trust me, any woman for that matter, that Liberian women choose to say, this is our candidate for president, and you support that woman 100%, both in the diaspora and in Liberia, you support that person financially, morally, with the right message, you will win. But you think, you know, the thing is, I don't want to really blame one group of women on this. I think the shortcoming is from everywhere, not just women in the diaspora, not just women in Liberia, not just the educated ones, not just the affluent one or maybe the underprivileged ones, but women as a whole. You are not doing yourself a good thing. You have a power that you can use to your advantage and change things in Liberia, and change Liberia as a country. You know, back then, you barely see a woman in the United States Congress back then. As a matter of fact, in this country, women were not even allowed to vote. Go read American history. Women were not even allowed to vote. Now today you have a woman vice president. Now you have a Speaker of the House, 2-term or almost 3-term now Speaker of the House, being a woman. Those changes did not happen overnight. It takes a process. It takes women of courage, women of substance, with the right message to the people. For the women in Liberia, most of them, especially those people in the hinterland, people in the one we call in the countryside, people there that are in Morovia, people that are in the other part of the world, other part of Liberia, where sometimes they don't even have a cell phone. They don't have the opportunity to listen to what you must say in here. But they do have the opportunity to listen to you when you go to them and speak to them in the language they can understand and tell them the importance of women leadership. The example of women leadership is like a house, a home. I don't know about you, I don't know about your culture, but if you are a bachelor, you're living by yourself, you're not married, you have no family, you got no wife, you got no children, your family member, especially your mom and dad or your grandparents, they barely come to you. They consider you that you don't have a home because you don't have a woman. But when you're married, your parents, like I said, I don't know about your culture, but our culture, for the most part, and for most African culture, if you're married, that's when your family can be proud of you, to come and support, to come in and visit you, spend time with you. You know, but you have to know yourself. You have to know the power you have. Maybe you know it, but you're not using it correctly. You're not using it rightfully. Like I said, who don't want the support of women? Everybody wants it. I want it. But I think you should do something for yourself as well. So the bottom line is, going into this new year, 2021, you should enter 2021 with different mindset about yourself as a woman. Enter 2021 with a different mindset. To say, hey man, let's look at the rear view mirror and see what's going on. We have done a lot for the men. What about us? What are we doing for ourselves? Why is it that we are not represented? Why is it that we are underrepresented in the Liberian Senate and in the Liberian House of Representatives? Because I know when women are in power, they got good heart. They're sorry for everybody. Even when they get angry. I don't know about crazy guys, but mature men, even a woman is angry, if you talk to them, if you approach them with in steady manner, no matter how she's angry, she will smile. Unless you don't know how to take care of a woman. I'm not talking about those guys that can, do the thing. But I'm talking about real guys, man. No matter how a woman is angry, if you approach them with respect and kindness, they will smile. Even if they're angry at you, they want to kill you, they're so mad at you. But if you approach them with respect, kindness, and softness, they just melt down. That's how women are made. So when they're in leadership, they produce, they perform, because they have empathy. But some of these things, some men who don't want to see women in power, they don't like to hear those things. They don't want a man to talk about those things. They don't want a man to be the one to educate women about themselves, or to encourage women to do something for themselves. So Support each other. I believe today most of you enjoy the conversation this way, that I should speak more than you calling to participate. Maybe some of you are shy. Maybe some of you know how to write, but you don't know how to talk. Because I know some people, they mock me too sharp on the phone, but when they sit out in front of the camera, they can be shy. I don't want to call it, no name, no blame. So, but on a serious note, I like to see women empowerment in Liberia. Some people know themselves, right? When I say people can be sharp, more can be sharp on the phone, but when they go behind the camera, oh my God, it'd be like the person never talked before. But that's okay. And some of them too can be shy to call in public, so that their voice are so soft. And some men will call it the voice. They are so sexy. so the voice is not too strong. So maybe they think their voices may not resonate. So they will be kind of like hesitant to speak. But on a serious note, you people need to stand up for yourself. You need to empower each other. Why we call it empower yourself? You need to empower yourself. You need to believe in yourself. Whatever you are doing for us, the men, do something for yourself. You have the power in your hand. Use it. Use it properly. But everything starts with respecting each other, loving each other. Loving each other first. Because if you don't have that love for each other, you'll always be jealous. Envy will take over you. Because you always feel like, okay, why not me? Why her? And you don't have the ability to be her. Not the fault of your own, but that's how God made us. We are all different. God created us differently. Some people got big mouth. They talk, but they can't write. Some people write very beautifully, but they can't speak. Some people can do both. There are other people can do none. So you must accept the way God created you. You must accept the way you look. You must accept the way you talk. You must accept everything about yourself. And be proud of that. And use it. Consider it as good. Liberian women, as my brother Moses would say, Liberian women are the best and the most beautiful women on earth. I agree with him. But you're not doing enough with everything you have. You are very intelligent. Why are you not supporting each other? Why are you not supporting yourself? Okay, let me give you an example. I will leave this show right now. Another show starting right after my show. If I'm not busy, I'll go and listen there. I'll watch them. I sometimes write, I participate. I don't care. The last time I was watching the Costa show, because that day I came from work late. So I was up. So I was watching Costa. We were making fun out of Josh Weah's music. I laughed that day until my tear was coming down. So I wrote on the show that I said, Henry Costa, you're a mess. So some people didn't even knew that I was there, but when they saw my writing, a lot of people embarrassed. Oh, Sekou, you here? Oh, Sekou, you watching Costa show? Oh, Sekou, you here? I said, why not? I don't care. I'll watch any show. And that was like, the comedy part of the show that I was really happy about. I was very, very, it was funny to me. I laughed so much. He started with dancing, right? So later on, he started singing, along the Jah Rastafari thing when, what's his name? This boy, when, what this boy can be on Costa show? I forgot his name. I think Kamara, I forgot his first name. So that boy said that President Weah, even though the song was written, but he couldn't say Jah Rastafari, but he said Joe Rastafari. So I was laughing so much. That is to tell you, I mean, I agree with you on everything, but I don't care about what you do with your life. I mean, I agree with you on everything, but whatever we agree on, we can collaborate, we can network, and make that happen. Bakai, okay, Abu just wrote, thank you. Bakai, I think the name is Bakai. So Bakai made me laugh that day, and Costa himself. I was laughing so much, so hard, man. I can't tell you, man, how much I was laughing because it was so funny. But there are people now, because they see SKTV making some level of progress, even though that has nothing to do with them, it does not stop them also from progressing. But they get angry. They don't want to be part of, they don't want to be seen even watching Sekou. They will either use pseudonym to come here and watch me because they don't want people to see them watching Sekou, watching SKTV. Pretty much I watch all the show. When you see me not watching any show, it's because of the nature of the discussion. If there's going to be something outside of the ordinary, then I don't like to associate myself on those in the open. But anything substantive, anything about Liberia, whether it's funny, serious, I'm always there. Watch it. And the competition should be open. I watch Gaming show most of the time. Gaming, the CDC guy. Even though he said a lot of things, he lied for the government. He says some things that don't make sense. They are saying those things because of political expediency, but they know they're not saying the truth. But sometimes I go there and watch. Sometimes, not all the time. And I believe there shouldn't be a division between, among Liberians about disagreement, especially when it comes to politics. You and I would never agree on everything. They say if we all agree on one thing, it means somebody's not thinking. We must respect each other for who we are. There are some of the sisters here that have been yelled at. Why you keep going on Sekou show? I'm talking about in the past. Because somebody didn't like me at a certain time because I said certain things. Somebody didn't like me. Some of the sisters that come here, they tell them, why you keep watching Sekou? Those kind of things have got to stop. Go on anybody's show that you find interesting to you. Go and listen. If that would take you, we're in a stressful world right now. A lot of people are stressed. Some people use these platforms to carry their day going. One of the older person always call his daughter, is Sekou's on today? Because the old man always watching this platform to carry his day. When the show finished, he'll be like, the show finished just like that? 2 hours. They will say 2 hours not even enough. Some people come here to learn. Some people come here to teach us. Some people come here to contribute. And some people come here to distract. However, whatever the case is, Liberian women, you should support each other. That's the. Let me tell you something. No matter how you think you are beautiful, no matter how you think you can articulate, no matter how you think you are smart or educated, if you don't support each other, you're not going to achieve anything. How long have we been doing this? 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you will be in the same place, in the same position. You're just being envying other people. You're just being jealous in other people while they're making progress. And you will remain in the same position because your heart is not good. Your heart is not clean. Because you just want everything for yourself. And we do not have the capacity, the technical know-how, the intellect to be like the other person. Whosoever is created to be more than you or to be better than you, to pass you, they will. You have no control over that. If God created you to be a popular person, nobody can stop it. If God created you to be a leader, nobody can stop that. But if you are created to be a leader and you support other people, you create leaders, you make leaders, guess what? Your leadership will keep going up. But if you just want to be a leader, but don't let see anybody else leading, or you don't even intend to create leaders, to empower leaders, you will remain where you are. That's how simple it is. So you have to support each other. All Liberians, all Liberian women, if I were you, you start to go across the aisle. Forget about opposition. Forget about government. Forget about CDC, CPPC, what thing. Forget about all those things. If you are a woman and you believe in the women cause or the causes of women, support each other. Go across party line. Go across, go across tribal line. Go across religious line. Support each other. You will see how strong you are. Maybe you know it, but you're not using it. Personally, I believe that women in Liberia can change anything if they want to do it. But it requires resilience. It requires respect for each other. It requires looking up for each other. It requires believing in each other. You got to believe in yourself. You know one thing I believe? That all the people that we're supporting in Liberia, all the people we are supporting in Liberia right now, I'm talking about us, or say us, I'm talking about diaspora Liberians and some of the genuine advocates. People we are supporting in Liberia right now. If God help, we be able to help them to get any leadership for that matter, whether it's in the Senate, House of Representatives. If those people decide to go their way and not the way of the people, Not only that we will go against them, but God himself will go against them. Trust me. Because if you support me with your heart, give me your moral support, financial support, call people on my behalf, then when I take the leadership, I try to show otherwise. Not only that, that leave you with the option to go against me, but God himself will go against me because I've not been honest. So support each other and see how that person is going to behave, how they're going to perform. But if you have reason to go against the person, if you support me, or if I support you, and you do otherwise, you do not meet my expectation, I have the right to go against you. But some of you go against each other for no reason. You cannot even say any particular reason why you hate the other person. I heard somebody telling me, I don't just like her. I said, for what? Say, I don't know. Can you imagine a woman telling me, I don't just like her? For what? I heard somebody telling me the other day. That, oh, Sekou, I can support, this party. I said, why? I said, because of that woman. I said, why? Who is she? I don't just like the way she can talk. She's too arrogant. How? Have you dealt with her? Have you interacted with her? Have you done anything with her? No. But then how? How did you know she's arrogant? Those are the kind of mindset that continue to retard the progress of our country. So for me personally, I want to say thank you to all of you. Today was a day for the women. I appreciate the fact that some of you tested me, some of you say, say, cool, just keep talking. I like the way, we like the way you are talking. I don't want you to take any call. And luckily for me, nobody called. With the level of people watching, number of people watching and stay, nobody calls. It means that people love the way they love the way they love the message they were getting. And I hope you will not just listen to this, but you will act on it. Don't just listen, act on it. It's very important. Just want to say I love you all. And I love our sisters, our mothers. They are the best. But all you need is unity, is to come together. Today's show was specifically about women. And I think it's important that we continue this conversation. I really appreciate you for watching. I'm going to go back to play the song, Superwoman. It's a very beautiful song. And then if you watch this song, if you listen to the song, please watch to the end. You will see there are namings on women who have impacted the life of other women or other people, who have changed their world, who have changed a lot of things in their countries. What about you? You can do the same. Some of those people, they are not educated than you, they are not smarter than you, they are not important than you, they are not wise than you, they are not wiser than you. You are very intelligent, and after all, you are beautiful. So anything you want the guys to change, they will change it. But how come you are not using your beauty to change the world, to change Liberia for the betterment of all of us? Enjoy yourself. dancing for the women. Somebody say, I'm a cheer dancer.
Tunashiriki vyema wanchujenzi na tena tunajituma, hata kulima kushona fanya mahoja jipunguza udakitari baba hospitali dada tunawaza I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Superwoman. Ujasiri silaha yetu, kujituma ndo sana. Umoja ndo nguvu yetu, na kushikamana. Jitokeze kugombea nafasi mbalimbali, unyanyezi hakuna, inahitaji
I'm dancing for the Jew. I'm dancing for all the beautiful Jews. And I'm dancing for my sister. My sister, the lady I call Mama G. Mama G, get ready for the Senate mayor position in Liberia. In how you call it? In Monrovia. And Teko, you can't be shy all the time. You gotta go run for something. My sister Comfort, I know she served already. She served already, man. I got all the beautiful, intelligent women on this platform. What's it called? Mufaya, man. Why you want me to stand up for? I'm dancing for my sister then. You're just jealous because I know how to dance better than you. Superwoman.
Superwoman, give me the championship ring. Changa changa kamtaji kangu chakanga. Biashara ya gari kanipatia kiwanja. Sasa nashishi food, kipu bila kitu. Nanda mezi kibanda. Aya, kina dada wote.
Don't mind this guy, man. Moses calling, he's jealous. Because you know I can dance better than him, so he's telling me to get up. How can you not enjoy me sitting here dancing? This is a mature dancer. Okay. So, folks, I think that will do it for today. Well, every good thing must come to an end. I want to say thank you to all of you for watching. Love you all. And tomorrow we'll be here for another important discussion. And I believe my brother Steve Boley will be here tomorrow. And we'll make it happen, as always. SKTV is the place to be. We will not be here when you're not here. We enjoy your company. We enjoy everything. We enjoy the participation. Even though you did not call, you decided to listen to me. I appreciate that. It means that my voice was somehow resonating with you. And love you all. See you tomorrow. Happy New Year, my sister. Happy New Year to everybody. I think we need to do a show on the New Year, and what we will call Year in Review. We'll talk about everything that happened, including but not limited to, that 2 o'clock meeting at the Executive Mansion, 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. meeting requested by our leaders. I don't know if it's true, but we'll talk about it.
I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Mwanamke hodari anayejiamini baba lete chumvi yeye alete sukari. Mwanamke so tu vipodozi na vipicha vya kichokozi. Siku hizi mwanaume anapenda mwanamke